So you're thinking about selling things online, but maybe you're not totally sure where to begin. Well, you're in the right place. Today, we're going to break down the two main ways you can go, C2C and B2C. And I promise, by the end of this, you'll know exactly which one is the right fit for you. You want to sell online, right? That's awesome. But that first question, where do I even start? That one can feel huge. So let's make it simple and look at the two basic options you've got. When you get right down to it, it's kind of like you're standing at a fork in the road. There are really just two main paths to choose from. Let's take a quick walk down each one and see where they go. Okay, let's jump into our first path, C2C. You've probably seen this around, and honestly, you might have even done it before without even thinking about it. So what does it really mean?
C2C, it just stands for customer to customer. And you know what? It's exactly what it sounds like. It's one person selling something straight to another person. No big company in the middle, just you and a buyer.
Let's make this super real. You know that old phone that's just sitting in your drawer? Or that pile of books you've already finished? How about those clothes you just don't wear anymore? Well, selling any of that stuff to someone on a site like Facebook Marketplace or eBay, that's C2C in action. It's that simple. The best way to think about C2C is like a giant online community market or a garage sale. You know, it's all about one person connecting with another to make a simple swap.
All right, so that was path number one. Now, let's look at the other major route you can take, B2C. This one starts to feel a little more official, a bit more like the shopping you're used to doing.
So, B2C stands for business to customer. In this model, we're talking about an actual business. It could be a massive company or your own tiny online shop selling products directly to people like you and me. This could be anything, really. Maybe it's a cool t-shirt shop you started or your favorite local bakery that now takes orders online. If you're making beautiful handmade crafts and selling them through a platform like Etsy as a business, yep, you guessed it, that's B2C. So if C2C is like a garage sale, B2C is like opening your very own storefront on the internet. You're not just clearing out clutter anymore, you're actually building a brand and selling new stuff to customers. Okay, so we've looked at both paths. Now for the fun part. Let's put them right next to each other, side by side, so we can really see what makes them different. Let's break this down. First, who's selling? With C2C, it's just you, an individual. With B2C, it's you as a business. Next, what are you selling? C2C is almost always for used, one-off items from around your house. B2C, on the other hand, is usually for new products, and you probably have more than one to sell. And that leads to the biggest difference, the effort to get started. C2C is super easy, super fast. You can list something in just a few minutes. But B2C, that takes a bit more planning. You've got to think about your brand, marketing, all that good stuff. All right, with all of that laid out, let's get to the most important question of all. Which of these paths is the right one for you? Let's figure this out right now with a couple of quick questions. First off, ask yourself this. Is your main goal just to clear some space? Make a little extra cash from stuff you're not using anymore? Are we talking about that old guitar in the closet or a couple of video games you've already played? If you're nodding your head right now, then C2C is a perfect start for you. It's low stress, it's quick, and it's honestly the best way to sell personal items you don't need. But what if your idea is bigger than that? What if you're dreaming about creating your own products, building a real brand, and turning this into an actual ongoing business? If that sounds more like you, then B2C is your path forward. No doubt about it. It's a bigger project, for sure, but it's how you build a real business that can actually grow over time. Okay, so you know the two paths. You probably have a pretty good idea of which one feels right for you. So what's the next step? The very first easy thing you can do, like today. It boils down to two super simple things. Number one, choose your path, C2C or B2C. Just pick one for now. And number two, take one tiny action. I mean it. This could be as small as taking one picture of that book you want to sell or just writing down one idea for a business name. The goal is just to get the ball rolling. You know, every big online business, every successful side hustle, it all started with one single item, that very first sale. So I'll leave you with this final thought to get you going. What will you sell first?